Welcome to Talking to AI about AI. I've taken to talking to AI in the car, dialing back the playlist and podcasts. We work through ideas on business, my art, and realistic and sometimes far-reaching AI use cases. And this is the first episode where I try to organize these conversations into something I can share so we can all open up discussions on how to implement AI in more interesting and useful ways. If you're wondering, this is my actual conversation with a chatbot where we verbally talk back and forth. What you're listening to is a slimmed down transcript just to cut down on the time. But it is the actual discussion then fed through text to voice AI to generate what you're hearing. This is my cloned voice and a completely made up collaborator voice.
That would be me.
Today, we're starting the whole discussion, but diving deep into using AI for understanding user sentiment and what that might look like in a few simple examples. Let's dive in. Good morning. I want to come up with a bunch of business use cases using AI, but covering as many different types of cases as possible. For example, how businesses incorporate AI into their consumer-facing products or into a platform that's used for business-to-business reasons, things that people might use in their teams, specific internal disciplines, and what people use just for their own purposes. The full spectrum. I want to cover a lot of different things, but I want them to be real valuable use cases, particularly those that are non-obvious and interesting. A far too obvious use of AI that everybody knows is using AI to summarize data. Everybody knows that. I'd like to cover ways people haven't really thought of, at least people that are not thinking about this day in and day out, people who are casual observers of AI but haven't thought through detailed use cases. Let's get them excited and inspired, drive some conversation. What do you think about this?
Absolutely. Exploring unique AI use cases in various business contexts sounds fascinating, and definitely a great way to spark interesting conversations. Here's a few. In manufacturing, AI can be used for predictive maintenance, analyzing machinery data to foresee and prevent failures or reduce downtime. In education, AI can customize learning experiences to match individual students' needs, boosting engagement and progress. In customer service, AI could analyze emotional cues in communications, helping service agents respond with greater empathy and effectiveness. In agriculture, AI can leverage satellite imagery and sensor data for precision farming, optimizing crop health and resource management. Or, in finance, AI plays a crucial role in fraud detection. By identifying complex patterns that signal fraudulent activities, it adds a robust layer of security to financial systems. These examples illustrate just a slice of AI's vast potential across different industries, opening new avenues for innovation and efficiency.
Great. That's an awesome starter list. Let's dive into one and just talk about it a little bit. One that I thought was interesting was the customer sentiment. Let's talk about that one a little bit.
Sure. Let's delve into the use of AI for analyzing customer sentiment, an intriguing and increasingly relevant application in the business world. AI-driven sentiment analysis evaluates customer emotions from communications like texts and calls, assessing if sentiments are positive, negative, or neutral. In customer service, AI detects emotions like frustration, aiding agents in responding empathetically. In marketing, it gauges brand perception through social media and reviews, offering insights for strategy and product development. This analysis also helps identify customer needs and trends, influencing future product design. AI-driven sentiment analysis enhances understanding of customer emotions, leading to tailored business strategies and bridging the gap between data and human communication nuances.
Got it. What this kind of makes me think of is developing an empathy map for a particular workflow. When I worked in design agencies, we used empathy maps to mark points in a timeline or workflow that either offer delight or frustration to users. Highlighting where people had pain points was very effective to show where new developments might be applied. Looking at things on a workflow or life cycle or timeline is a great way to be able to see how those negative spots feed into other areas. It might not be the most frustrating part of the life cycle that needs most attention. It might not even be a negative experience, but perhaps a positive experience that, if made even better, could have an impact on that workflow. If a business has a product or service and there's a lot of information flowing around, either on social media or through customer outreach or customer support, that workflow can be automated. That automated empathy map can highlight areas that are good opportunities to put focus on, maybe gathering sentiment, mapping it on a timeline, and circling back around to make decisions or recommendations. Summarize and deliver that to a product team or a marketing team or an engineering team or whatever.
That's a really insightful perspective. Integrating AI into an automated real-time empathy map can revolutionize the way companies understand and improve user experience. AI could continuously analyze customer interactions and feedback across various touchpoints. This could be from social media, customer support calls, emails, product reviews, or direct feedback. And then categorize this into emotional states like frustration, delight, confusion, etc., mapping onto different stages of the customer journey or product life cycle. The beauty of this is its dynamic and data-driven nature. Traditionally, empathy maps are static, often based on a snapshot of user research. With AI, this map becomes a living document, constantly evolving with real-time data. Businesses can quickly identify not just pain points, but also areas of unexpected delight, and understand how these affect the overall experience.
Exactly.
Thinking this through, businesses could use this to predict future trends or issues before they become significant problems, tailor their products or services more precisely to meet customer needs, enhance positive experiences to create stronger brand loyalty, and quickly adapt to changes in customer behavior or market dynamics. Actionable insights generated can be directly fed to product teams, marketing, or engineering, as you mentioned. Such a system not only streamlines the process of understanding customer emotions, but also embeds empathy deeply into the organizational process, ensuring that customer centricity is not just a buzzword, but a tangible driving force in the business's operation.
It's not unusual for product development teams to have a live dashboard on the wall, like a large screen TV or something showing metrics about a particular product, active users that day or month, key transactions, bugs, and so on, all kinds of metrics. It would be fascinating to see a live customer journey with sentiment overlaid on it in real time, displayed to the whole team constantly. It might be a fun little project to work on.
That sounds like a fantastic and innovative idea. A live dashboard displaying the customer journey with real-time sentiment analysis would be a powerful tool for a product development team. It would bring a new level of immediacy and responsiveness to understanding and reacting to customer experiences. This could be based on real-time data from various sources like social media mentions, support ticket sentiments, product usage analytics, and more. I can imagine several benefits like immediate feedback, proactive problem solving, and enhanced collaboration with this visible to engineers, designers, product teams, and stakeholders encourages a unified approach to problem solving and innovation. It is also an opportunity to celebrate successes in real time. This could also lead to more sophisticated insights. Seeing the full customer journey with empathy points highlighted, the AI might predict how a spike or dip may likely cause issues downstream, helping the team preemptively address potential problems. This would not only be technically fascinating, but also immensely valuable, fostering a customer-centric culture and agile response mechanism within a product development team.
Absolutely. I'm thinking now about where information is coming from. We've talked about customer support or social media posts, but using more information from more modalities could feed into this as well. Computer vision could monitor foot traffic in a store or a restaurant, or perhaps even track individual users around the store, looking for patterns like if they are just wandering around or confused or blocked somehow. Imagine a restaurant and it's simply monitoring waiting guests piling up. You could see the sentiment change at certain times, helping one take other action then and there. It could trigger some automation, alerting people to start offering free snacks or hasten cleaning tables when someone leaves or something along those lines. Being able to use more than just the obvious inputs like social media posts and customer support tickets, and really focusing on real-time data, it's like whatever the format, computer vision, website, or a mobile app tracking, and a real-time data fed straight from customers and users straight into this empathy map.
That's a profound extension of the concept, incorporating a wide range of data sources to enrich the empathy map and the dashboard. Utilizing various modalities like computer vision, foot traffic analysis, and user interaction data from websites or apps can provide a much more holistic view of the customer experience. Combining this with real-time data from physical or digital interactions, or voice sentiment analysis from customer service calls can paint a comprehensive picture of the user experience. The real power lies in integrating all these data points into the live dashboard. AI can analyze and interpret this diverse data to provide a multifaceted view of customer sentiment across different touchpoints, more nuanced understanding, proactive interventions, continuous and iterative improvements in customer experience. This would be a significant leap in how businesses can leverage technology to become truly customer-centric, using AI not just as a tool for analysis, but as a catalyst for creating more responsive, empathetic, and personalized customer experiences.
That was amazing. Yes, to all of that, very great. It's interesting to think how quickly you can go from that first idea that you threw out a few minutes ago to how broad and expansive something like this could be. So it's probably important to think about how one first steps into this approach. Thinking about this from a very controlled and small perspective, I could see how this could be used in standard user research. Imagine you're developing a new feature for a website. Often to me, we'd bring people into a room and talk to them about their interests, their needs, their objectives. We'd give them a few options, perhaps to look over, or maybe we even gave them a prompt to click through to see if they understood it, if it makes sense or not. It's now left to the researcher to interpret their reactions. Often it's really looking for those nonverbal cues, the expressions on their face, their body language, that kind of stuff. Imagine this tool aiding that researcher, watching the person, their expressions, their body movements, looking at the data of them clicking around, literally clicking here or there, backing up, swirling the mouse around, trying to figure out where to click, that kind of thing, as well as, of course, taking in their verbal information. This could prompt the researcher to ask certain kinds of things, to dig into certain areas, to better understand the user and their interaction, and so on. This can be done in a very small way for simple user research in very controlled environments, then built over time to incorporate things out in the wild that can get more complex but valuable at each stage of that evolution.
You paint a compelling vision for progressively implementing an AI-driven, multimodal approach to user research and empathy mapping. Starting small, then scaling up to more complex real-world applications is a strategic and manageable way to develop and refine these tools. In initial stages, AI can augment user research, analyzing facial expressions, body language, and verbal cues in real time, offering the researcher immediate insights, identifying when a user is confused, pleased, or frustrated, even if the user doesn't explicitly state it. As the system evolves, it could incorporate data from more diverse and uncontrolled environments, including online user interactions, social media sentiment, and even in-store usage of products and services. The beauty of this approach is its scalability and adaptability. Starting in a controlled environment allows for testing and refining the AI's algorithms and methodologies. As it proves effective, its scope can be expanded and its complexity increased. Ultimately, this AI-driven approach could revolutionize user research and empathy in product and service design. It offers the potential to understand users in a way that's deeply nuanced, dynamic, and responsive to their real-world experiences, fostering a more user-centric approach to business and design.
Nice. That was fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed the discussion. Exploring these innovative applications of AI is indeed fascinating. If you have any more ideas or topics you'd like to delve into, feel free to share them. It's always interesting to explore new concepts and possibilities.
And that brings us to the end of our first episode of Talking to AI About AI. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the fascinating world of AI applications in business and beyond. We hope this conversation has sparked your imagination and maybe even inspired some innovative ideas of your own. Remember, the possibilities with AI are as limitless as our creativity. So keep thinking, keep questioning, and let's continue to explore the future together. Before you go, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our podcast. Your support really helps us get the word out and keeps us creating content you love. Until next time, keep innovating, stay curious, and thank you for your support.